This is the core truth. If we are to survive on this planet, the only home any of us will ever know, for our climate, for our security, for our future, we need nature. Now, more than ever, nature doesn't need people. People need nature.
Over 70% of Americans believe climate change is affecting our world. But most students aren't really being taught about it in school. And that's a problem because climate change isn't something we can just ignore or push into the future. So what happens when we're expected to deal with a problem we barely understand? Right now, climate change education in the US is pretty limited. A lot of schools barely cover it or don't teach it at all. And even when it is taught, it's usually just a small section inside of a bigger class. That means students might hear the words climate change without ever really understanding what it means or why it matters, and that leaves students unprepared for something that's so heavily going to shape their future. And here's the interesting part. Students actually care. In a survey I conducted, most students said that they were concerned about climate change. Some even said very concerned. But when asked how informed they felt, a lot of them said they weren't. This means that students recognize that climate change is an important issue, but they don't feel like they've been given enough information to fully understand it. So there's a clear gap between how concerned the students are and how much they actually understand. So how do we fix that? One strong solution is introducing a climate change class in middle or high school. Instead of just briefly mentioning it, students would actually learn what's happening, why it's happening, and what we can do about it. This would help students better understand the issue as a whole, instead of only seeing small pieces of it throughout different classes. That would turn it from a topic into something they could actually understand. Some people argue that adding a class could mess up students' schedules or take away from other important classes, and honestly, that is a fair concern. But there are very simple ways around it, like making it a semester class or building it into classes that already exist. At the end of the day, this isn't just about school. It's about the future. Climate change is something this generation is going to have to deal with, and whether that means environmental changes, policy decisions, or just everyday choices, students should be prepared. If students don't understand climate change, they won't be ready for it. But if they do, they can actually be part of a solution. Climate change is already affecting our world. The question is whether we're going to be ready for it. And that starts with education. The earlier students understand the issue, the better prepared they'll be for the future.